HR superstar Liz travels the globe getting the best out of people.
I have an organizational psychology background.
Financial guy Justin just wants the best out of life, with or without mutual fun.
It'd be good to come home when she's not actually home.
They've been living separate lives with separate expectations.
It would be really weird to be with each other every day.
But now that baby Charlotte has landed, they have no choice but to straighten up and fly right together.
Feels like I'm doing everything. Sometimes I'm probably going to get very resentful.
Justin and Liz are a couple of lone wolves who got together because the time seemed right. They got married fast, they got pregnant faster, and now they're getting to know each other. Just in time for baby Charlotte to come along and turn them into a pack. Our panel of birthdays experts will be watching closely over the next 6 weeks. Relationship guru and woman about town, Josie Vogels. Supermom with a watchful eye, Kathy Buckworth. And the man who's always psyched and ready to go, Dr. Irvin Wolkoff. Liz and Justin are very upwardly mobile, but they're flying solo missions to get to the top. She's the warm and fuzzy people person.
I work for a consulting firm. We're trying to help organizations get the most out of their people.
And Justin just wants the most out of his buck.
I'm part of the sales team for a financial firm.
These busy young shakers met while orbiting in cyberspace, and they quickly assessed that they were destined to be together, or at least on the same trendy leather couch.
Both of us dated enough people before that to know that,
Right.
you know, there was a connection there.
And thankfully, they had a high-speed internet connection, because Liz's work kept her out of town 4 days a week.
Ever since we were first together, I've always had that job where I'm traveling. And this year it's been even more, I think. I've been away Monday to Thursday very regularly.
The longest span we've spent, without being apart is the 5 weeks leading up to our wedding.
Which might have been the limit for both of them.
We have a very independent relationship where I love my own sort of me time.
It would be really weird to be with each other every day.
Convinced that they had a lot of love to give, Liz and Justin made their first commitment together, Hugo.
We'd only been together for a few months when I convinced him to get a dog with me. That was a pretty big commitment. I mean, it's sort of like a baby, right?
Yes, a dog is exactly like a baby, except without abstract reasoning and, well, thumbs.
It was indicative of the future, I guess, of how much we could get along.
We didn't fight or anything. Pretty good sign.
Yeah.
So then all signs pointed to baby-making time, but their calendars did not coincide.
I said maybe we should enjoy 1 year of marriage before having a baby.
I wanted to move the schedule up.
She was ready to have a baby right away. So
I think she's got clearly a schedule that she's working on. Justin's going along with it, but he did say, let's wait a year, but now there's a baby. So I think that resentment's going to be there.
These two aren't so much as independent as they are completely clued out about closeness, intimacy, sharing a life.
But they have found their secret to marital bliss. Justin does all the dirty work.
I don't know how to use the washing machine. Because I travel, I often put my stuff in the hotel laundry. So I've managed to get away without doing a lot of laundry in my life. I don't really cook. If it's a toss-up between having to cook a healthy meal or having to get pizza, the pizza's gonna win.
Okay, and now what about paying for that pizza?
I have no idea what goes on with bills.
For money-minded Justin, it's a sore point.
He's a very impatient kind of person. And he really gets frustrated at me.
And those banks can get pretty impatient too.
a lot of the times I'm reading her mail, just letting her know, hey, did you know that your credit card's overdue?
I always leave it until the last minute. And he's a lot more organized.
Her work permits were expiring, and with her work permits expiring, which means her health card expires, and if we're having the baby and she can't go to the hospital because her health card isn't valid.
You know what, I'm not at work. I just don't want to think about stuff that I have to do.
I cannot believe that an adult woman does not know how to wash a dish, wash an item of clothing.
She takes a bit of reverse pride in that. She wants to be the career woman. She doesn't want to be domestic.
These two are colossally, unbelievably immature. They are children. And she says, I just don't want to think about things I have to do. Well, that's one good way to crash a marriage.
They haven't negotiated basic things like how to deal with household living, and that's something that you really need to think about and talk about before you get married.
Today's the day baby Charlotte comes home, and Justin's relieved because that whole miracle of life thing totally cut into his me time.
I was home by, say, 11 in the morning, and we still didn't end up actually leaving for the hospital till about 10 at night.
Aw, poor Justin. Such a grind.
Hey, Charlotte, welcome to your new home. I was getting really bored with the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I can, coach her through the contractions, but it's not me, like, okay, well, one more. Like, if I was a woman, I know I'm gonna offend all the females out there, but I think, like, okay, well, I'll just, get through it. Like,
get through it?
Maybe I'm just weird. I couldn't stop jumping up and down when my babies were born.
For him, childbirth was boring because he wasn't doing anything. It's not boring for her. It's excruciatingly painful and nerve-wracking, but he can't put himself in her shoes.
Fortunately, things happened quickly at the hospital.
I had 3 contractions and I pushed her out and it was all like that.
After that speedy delivery, the hospital encouraged a speedy exit.
The doctor came by to say they needed our bed. So if we could go home, I said, yeah, I'm okay. 12 hours and yeah, in and out.
And for these new parents, that might have been a tad too quick.
Does it look a bit yellow, her skin to you? Like around the eyes here?
what would it mean?
It's jaundice if it's yellow. I know the skin, even if the skin goes a bit yellow, that means that's jaundice too, I think.
A little short on baby knowledge, but fortunately they have their handy-dandy new baby owner's manual.
There it is, jaundice. A yellow tinge to their skin and eyeballs.
Yeah, so...
Which is caused by the buildup in the blood of yellow pigment called
bilirubin. That's right.
Yeah.
Disappears usually within a week or 2 without any harm. So this is probably normal then?
Yeah.
Oh, you're normal.
Nothing to worry
about.
So now with Charlotte on board, Liz and Justin are finding it necessary to develop a new sense of teamwork.
I think we need to put something over this change table so it doesn't get dirty.
Why would it get dirty?
Because we're changing her nappy. What do you think's going to be in there?
Okay, so this is definitely new territory, but they carry on like they actually have a clue.
Bath, we can sponge her, right?
Okay.
Okay, so how do we do
What
that?
do you do now? We just need water, a basin, soap,
Well, do you want to go
light
get it?
soap, and
Go get a
I don't
basin.
know where it is.
You don't know where there's a basin?
No.
Find one. He gets really stressed if anything's not going smoothly. Here we go.
Liz is taking over. Not the kind of teamwork Justin approves of.
If I'm just standing there doing nothing, it sort of annoys me. I'd rather just have her do it or I do it. Any call during the day? Keep Charlotte safe.
Yes.
Today, Justin gets back to business, and his middle management pants were itching.
Going to work will be a break from the baby and from Liz. Over the past week, I've spent every moment that I've been up with her, and so I don't feel bad about going to work.
So while Justin is happy being away from the home, Liz is circling in her nest.
I think I may be becoming a little more domesticated. Justin will probably enjoy a little bit more cleanliness around the place, a little bit more organisation.
And little Miss Order Out has found a new hobby with Charlotte and Pouch.
I have started to cook dinner every night. It's good, it's a nice little routine.
And Justin shall know her by her trail of dishes.
He did tell me that he's happy to clean up as long as I put water in the dishes, something to do with that makes it easier to clean them later or something. I wouldn't know about that because I don't clean dishes.
Well, there's that career girl pride again, but at least she's making an effort. Justin, on the other hand, is totally behind the 8 ball.
He's actually been going out quite a bit lately. On the weekend, he went to watch sport with his friends. Last night, he went out to some work thing. Tonight, he's going out for drinks again. So,
is right. So the $1 million question is,
And how are things with Liz?
It'd be good to come home when she's not actually home. Every night I come home, she's there, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going well.
8 p.m. and Justin leaves his balls behind to take care of Hugo, but it's a brief guest appearance.
Huh? You're going back?
Yeah.
Really? I don't really like it when he comes home, walks the dog and goes out, because then he's got no reason to come back again soon. Although it kind of irritates me a little. It doesn't irritate me enough to stop him from doing it. It would be totally against my character to like say, no, don't go out.
Liz didn't seem too happy, but I'm sure she'll get over it.
It is a break to go back to work when you have a new baby. I used to say to my husband, you get to go to work.
A little surprised by how quickly she kind of turned around and got into the domestic thing.
The way I understand her 180 is that she's taken a look at the situation and realizes that Justin is going to do what Justin wants to do and nothing more and nothing less.
No parties. See ya.
It's been 3 weeks since Charlotte's homecoming, and Liz is finding that she misses that adult connection.
Do you miss work or?
Yeah, I miss to interact with adults.
Adults, yeah.
In only 5 months, Liz will be back at work and back to being out of town for 3 nights a week.
I don't know what it's going to be like when I go back, because he doesn't do anything with her. Right? I mean, he plays with her. As soon as she starts to cry, here you go, you take her. You know, she wants to eat, here you go, you take her.
And how about that whole baby and the bathwater thing?
We decided that Justin had to give her the bath. Right, like that was going to be his thing. Yeah, except like she doesn't bath very often now. She has a bath like once a week if she's lucky. Sometimes I just say, look, you know what? She's beat up on herself all day today. You have to bathe her.
Yes.
I really liked seeing Liz walking along with her friend, and I hope that she has more of those because it gave her someone to talk to vent a little. It's nice that she has someone that she can talk to who says to her friend, don't you miss work?
But I think she needs maybe some other women who are also professionals who can give her some real feedback and say, well, you know, he's not really rising to the occasion, and I think you maybe need to confront him.
Dirty clothes here.
Well, at least little Miss Stink Pants will have fresh-smelling clothes.
Look at this. Disgusting.
Ew. On second thought.
If we leave it there all day,
gross.
if we leave it there for like a week,
Well, you could do laundry while I'm at work.
no, I'm not gonna do the laundry.
Well, why not?
Because I'm doing everything else.
Well, you're here all day. She's taking a nap. You could, like, throw in a load.
She takes one nap in the morning, and that's when I have my shower and clean the house.
Yeah, so laundry could be part of your duty.
And if you don't do the washing, what are you gonna do?
I don't see why it should be a problem to come down for 3 minutes to put a load in. So I think if she wants it that bad, I mean, she's cooking now, so I think sooner or later she'll probably get on to doing laundry.
Their communication is so bad. All they do is like kind of giggle at each other about these kind of things that are boiling under the surface, ready to blow.
He thinks that all he has to do is not do things that he wants her to do and do that little laugh of his, and she'll end up being whatever he wants.
Liz has been able to transfer her HR corporate skills to her home life, and the merger is successful.
I knew I could do it. It's just, I make a choice about what I want to do. You know, at the time I was making a choice not to really have to worry about my responsibilities, and now I'm making a choice to worry about my responsibilities. I look at this as my job now, and you know, I want to do well at my job, so that means that I have to embrace things like cooking nice meals at night and taking care of the baby and really doing a good job of that. I think I'm kind of proud of how I've managed to buckle down, but I think people looking at it from the outside probably see it as a bigger thing than I do. Everyone probably does it. You know, it's kind of hard for everyone.
So Liz is enjoying her new role, but her boss calls to make her an offer she just can't refuse.
He asked me to go on a trip to DC in April. In April.
In April?
Yeah. So I told him I'm going to go.
Oops. Justin is being called up to the big time. But is he ready?
Did you can look after for
I don't know.
3 days?
You were gone for an hour, or not even an hour. Yes, well, we went to Taekwondo, and she was a pain. I couldn't do anything.
Maybe you should, you know, spend some time getting used to changing her diaper and, you know, giving her the bath and basically doing everything that I do.
Well, I give her a bath.
Yeah.
I would like to see her go to DC, drop him in it, absolutely drop him in it for 2 or 3 days and see what happens. I think it'd be a great test for them for when she goes back to work.
It's 4 weeks after the arrival of baby Charlotte, and Liz is concerned about Justin's missing dad gene.
I'm a little worried that things haven't changed that much for him. You know, I do most of the things for the baby. I'm always changing her, I'm feeding her, I'm playing with her. And when I go back to work, how is he going to cope? How is he going to cope when I go away at night? And it's not second nature for him to be taking care of her.
I think he's going to do as little as possible. And I think he's going to interpret anything the baby presents to him as whining, whatever it is.
A pain. She was in pain. I couldn't get anything.
And he'll be at the door. When she comes back, he'll be at the door trembling, going, "Hi."
And although Justin isn't much good at taking care of bipeds, he still maintains control of the four-legged variety. Just hope poor Hugo has control too.
Well, if I take him out at 6 in the morning, you know, at times when I've had to, I've come home, say maybe 8:30, and he'd be good as far as not going to the washroom in the house. I mean, I think if I, you know, come home, say, 13, 14 hours, it's not going to be too bad for him.
He knows that I freak out about it, so he just says, "Oh, you take the dog out for a walk first, and then I'll take him out for a longer walk when I get home." Feels like I'm doing everything. Sometimes, taking care of the dog, taking care of the baby, cleaning the house, cooking the dinner. If I keep doing it, I'm probably going to get very resentful. This is also one of those things about being a newlywed as well. We're still in that phase where we don't want to fight with each other.
She says, I feel like I'm doing everything. I'm feeding the baby, I'm cleaning the baby, I'm watching the baby, I'm doing the house. And I'm thinking, well, basically that's what a maternity leave is, honey. So, on the one hand, I feel sorry because he's not there, he's not doing anything really fruitful. But at the same time, he is out at work. We have to assume 8 or 10 hours a day. So I'm going to cut him a bit of slack for that.
Or isn't it 13? Because the poor dog.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, he does seem to push everything to the limit, and it's sort of more about his comfort than actually caring whether the dog is happy or not.
She says at one point, if this keeps up, I might get resentful, which in my practice is a way for people to say, I'm resentful. I could kill that weasel for not doing anything.
It's Saturday, and Liz is going out. This is Justin's opportunity for FaceTime with Charlotte, and he can hardly contain his excitement.
Well, wake her up then.
Okay.
And then if she's crying, then whatever, I'm just gonna put her in the crib.
Go and get something to eat. Good girl.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
So with Charlotte in good hands, Liz goes to yelling class. But for Charlotte, yelling comes naturally, and the ever-resourceful Justin knows just how to deal with it. Back at Taekwondo, Liz kicks out the jams. Charlotte couldn't compete with 80s hair metal, so she's quieted down a little, at least at one end.
She may need changing, but I figure Elizabeth's gonna be home in about 10 minutes. So I think I'll just wait till she gets back. Gonna change her, and now you came home.
He's consciously and deliberately sneaky. He sets things up so that he won't have to do them. He passes them on to Liz. He made the kid pay the bill for his not wanting to change the diaper.
Like, Liz is letting him get away with it. Ha ha ha,
We know who changed that diaper. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
Watching them, I don't see Charlotte as this little person in their midst. It's the baby. You take the baby. No, you take the baby. No, we'll hang the baby on the wall.
Yeah, there's not a lot of connection to the actual baby.
Yeah.
A few days after weaseling out of the diaper change, Justin gets a second chance.
Oh, you know what? I think maybe she's wet.
This time, Liz is on dinner, so Justin is on his own.
Have you changed it yet?
No. I've taken off her Pampers.
Oh my God, it smells.
It's a noble effort, but it only proves one thing.
Here, you take her. I'll put this in the garbage.
Houston, we have a problem.
You're gonna have to do this all by yourself when I go to DC.
Maybe you shouldn't go.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to do this,
That does nothing to ease Justin's fears about Liz's DC trip. So he comes up with a backup plan.
I have to really see how the first night goes, evaluate it, and if it's really bad, then maybe I'll stay at my parents' the second night.
In a few weeks, Justin will get all the me time he wants because Liz is resuming her upright position as a jet setter.
Hi, yes. I need to get a passport for my daughter.
But with Charlotte in tow when they head to Australia for a visit with her parents.
It smells pretty good.
Justin will be joining them a month later. And this just might be the move that makes him realize that he doesn't know what he's got till it's gone.
I don't know, it's probably gonna bring a tear to my eye to leave that morning, as I know it's gonna be for quite a long time as far as, Charlotte's concerned.
It's 6 weeks after Charlotte's arrival, and Liz is taking her down under to see her grandparents. This has made Justin realize that he's been missing out on the little things.
Even if she's a little bit cranky and crying, as soon as I put her in, she stops within 5-10 seconds, and it's just a good way to have some good quality time with her.
And some might say, well, it's about time.
It takes me a little bit longer to get into the groove of things.
Liz will be gone 4 weeks before Justin joins her in Australia. That's a little too much bachelor time, even for him. And he's found a way to express his feelings, so it's in mass-produced card form.
I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, thank you. Oh. I will. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
So he's going to miss her, but I bet you he didn't write this in his card.
I'm definitely gonna miss you, but at the same time,
He'll be living it up.
you gotta make the most of your time,
And now they're going to Australia. He's not going to be at work. She's not going to be at work. They're both out of their sort of work/home element, and they're into something new. I think this is going to be really good for them to see how now they have to adjust to life in a new setting, not the old setting with her the only one changing.
Hey, look, it's the chauffeur.
All set?
Oh, no, wait. It's Justin's dad here to pick up the girls and pick up Justin's slack because he doesn't have time to see them off at the airport.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, babe.
Yeah, okay, whatever. See you in a month. The stock market's calling, money to make, lunches to do.
I don't think they need a ton of counseling, but I would say a session or two with a counselor just so they can learn to kind of confront each other a little bit.
I think what they need is examples. They need people to say, well, we work, so we got somebody in. And
It doesn't even have to be anything formal, right? It just has to be other parents.
So they sort of just need to compare their lives to other people's relationships.
These two are almost like little kids who went to sleep one night and woke up the next day with jobs and functioning genitalia. So if you take that kind of model, they just need to go to school.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to show his emotions very much, but I know that he loves me and he loves Charlotte. He's going to miss us.
To be away from her for 4 weeks, it's gonna be a little lonely without her.
Slowly but surely, he's starting to get used to being a dad. I think I'll welcome some of the new Justin, but I don't think I'm ever going to lose the old one either. He's always going to have that little macho thing going on, which I fell in love with, so.
To come home to an empty house just means, no one.
No responsibilities. You can sit on the couch and play poker. That's what you mean, isn't it?
Yeah, at the same time, I wouldn't want that all the time.
You're just digging that hole deeper and deeper, buddy.
I just mean